Alright, this is Animals Man 4. This issue has a bunch of tiny little kittens die, so I'm not in the best of moods for discussing this one. This is Van Morrison, and it is the final part of the debut story arc featuring Banana Beast. It's okay. It would be good without the kittens dying. It'd be really good, in fact, but I think it's just fucking perverse and manipulative to explicitly bring in a litter of tiny kittens just to kill them off. I don't even care if pretentious blowhards say that I am missing the point. It is fucking cheap and exploitative. It is pathetic, and I would like to think that someone like Van Morrison, he would do something more thoughtful than baiting emotions out of the reader under the pretense that you are making them have a long, hard look at themselves. Honestly, the shite with him killing the kittens, I want to tear the comic up just on the basis of that. I've already said that I pretty much agree with the bald prick about the rights of animals and the treatment of animals. I really am going to have to focus on the fight in this because the kitten thing pisses us off so much. The main thrust of this issue is a well done fight between Animals Man and Banana Beast. One thing that Morrison did well, he framed Banana Beast as a villain. I mentioned it last issue as well. Banana Beast, though, he isn't really a villain. His motives are sympathetic and oddly evil. And I love that he actually starts off by having Animals Man try and talk things through with him. You know, I love that. And in this case it really works because Animals Man is basically on Banana Beast's side. But it's a comic, so they end up fighting. Fuck this shite with his family. I like his family, but the dying kittens, seriously, it makes us never want to buy a Van Morrison comic book ever again. It's cheap, it really is. Desperate writers rely on shocking edgelord stuff like that. Van Morrison, he can do much better. I could argue about how I'm not even sure that the kittens have any relevance to the points that he is making, but I didn't really want to think about them. Animals Man versus Banana Beast, this is great. I think they did an action figure thing. It was a box set of action figures. It was Animals Man and Banana Beast. It was called something like Rumble in the Jungle. And it was obviously based on this story. Notably, they didn't include dead kittens as accessories. I think if you removed the subplot with Animals Man's family, or at least removed the kittens dying and the cat being graphically devoured by dogs in the last issue, this would be a much better story. The monkey dying last issue, that was really sad and it was hard to read, but that did serve a story purpose. That was well done. We were meant to cry at the monkey dying. We were meant to feel something. It was very clear and direct. It had something to say. It was about the super science lab being unethical pricks towards a monkey. Well, towards all monkeys, not just that one. It is showing us the horrifying results of what we often ignore or prefer to look the other way for. But then the kittens and the cat last issue, it fucking adds nothing. There's no point there beyond being horrible and commenting on some people as being horrible. I think this issue, it squirms for some theme of hope. Like the idea is, in the end, there is some hope. But that hope, in this instance, it's only a desired goal because you've been so callous and made us feel like shit. Like, other than some bullshit about the loss of innocence, there is nothing with this subplot here There's nothing that it adds. I'd say it even cheapens the point of the main plot by countering the argument about animals being abused in labs by also making it clear that animals, they are treated awfully outside of them too. The fight with Banana Beast is good though. Most of the issue is dedicated to that, and here, when Animals Man eventually wins, we have some really kinda sad stuff with Banana Beast and him seeing the animals and the wildlife as his friends and family. And to the story's credit, well, the main story's credit, it isn't Van Morrison having some pithy, nihilistic rant about how humans are shit stains on the planet. Animals Man, he uses his abilities for the greater good. Here he is able to save Banana Beast's life and cure him from the anthrax that he was infected with. And then he goes around and he mends the animals that Banana Beast fused together. And then he goes to the super science lab and we have some retribution where he scolds the scientist. And then he gets so fed up of him that he punches him in the face with his fist. And then one of the kittens lived. That's meant to represent hope, but I really didn't want out to deal with this subplot. Except to say that the artist still has no idea what cats look like or their scale. That kitten is smaller than a fucking mouse. Then we get some more appropriate vengeance maybe. Banana Beast, he also goes and visits the scientist and he fuses him with the body of the dead monkey, and the scientist's fate is being the subject of many of the same inhumane experiments and tests that he inflicted on the same monkey that he now shares a body with. Fuck this though, the kittens. Think of the kittens. I'd even recommend this to anyone. This is a comic for that freak from Toy Story who likes burning all the toys. Nobody in their right mind, no matter how aware or oblivious they are to animal cruelty, nobody wants to see a litter of impossibly tiny kittens drop dead. I'm not exaggerating, I want to tear this up on principle, but I won't. If the Banana Beast stuff had been underwhelming or shoddy, I think my emotional responses might have been a bit harder to control. But I didn't recommend this at all. Maybe have someone gone through and make you an edit of the comic with the subplot removed. I do like that his jacket was still missing the arm from last issue, so I rate this 9 lives up.